Good day, everyone, and Dr. Mel. My name is Coven, and today I'll be presenting the third generation system, the Telelearning model. This presentation is part of Module 2, which explores how technology has shaped the evolution of distance education. The objective of this presentation has threefold. First, describe the characteristics or key characteristics of Telelearning model, which relies heavily on synchronous communication technologies. Second is to analyze the educational implications and challenges of this model, especially in terms of accessibility, equity, and institutional readiness. And lastly, to compare the insights of Bates and Westergaard's on telelearning, highlighting how pedagogical design and institutional support working together to enhance learning outcomes. According to Taylor, distance education has evolved through 5 distinct generations. First is the correspondence model, which is based on print materials. Second is the multimedia model, integrating audio, video, and computer-based materials. And third is telelearning model, which we will focus on today, marked by real-time interaction through synchronous communication. And fourth is the flexible learning model, featuring online learning tools. And lastly, the intelligence flexible learning model, incorporating intelligence system for personalized support. So each generation builds upon the previous one, advancing how technology is leveraged in education. Our focus will be on the third generation, known as the telelearning model, and its applications and contemporary education. The telelearning model, or the third generation, is defined by 3 key characteristics. First of which is the synchronous communication. It emphasizes real-time interactions, primarily through audio, video, conferencing, and which replicates an in-person classroom environment. Second is the telecommunication technologies. This model relies on technologies like audio conferencing or teleconferencing, and also audiographic communication, enhancing the immediacy of the learning experience. And lastly is the interaction and the collaboration. It fosters active collaboration among students and between students and instructors through group discussions, real-time feedback, and collaborative projects, leading to higher engagement. The educational implications opens new opportunities, but also presents several challenges. Accessibility more highlighted that telelearning expands access to education, particularly for students in remote areas. However, disparities in technology access can lead to inequalities. Pedagogical flexibilities. According to Bates, he suggests that telelearning allows instructors to dynamically adapt their teaching strategies to better meet the needs of their students. Developmental digital competencies by Dale argues that as students engage with telecommunication tools, they build essential digital skills which are increasingly valuable in today's workforce. However, there are significant challenges to implementing the telelearning model, and first of which is technological infrastructures. Swinder stresses the importance of reliable technology and sufficient bandwidth to increase or ensure the success of telelearning experiences. Training and support. Katz and Oblard had noted that both educators and students need comprehensive training to effectively use telelearning technologies. And lastly is the equity and access. Westergaard warns that disparities in technology availability can exacerbate inequalities especially for underserved students. Now, let's compare the perspective of two key scholars on telelearning. Bates focuses on student-centric design, advocating for flexibility in distance learning modes. He emphasizes the importance of aligning learning objective with the appropriate delivery method to enhance outcome. In contrast, Westergaard addresses institutional readiness. She emphasizes that the organizational changes needed to support telelearning, including the necessary infrastructure and also institutional support. So both perspectives are essential in developing a balanced approach to telelearning. To summarize the comparison, Bates emphasizes the flexible course design and the importance of using technology to enhance learning outcomes, while Westergaard focuses more on strategic shift needed in implementing these technologies institution-wide, ensuring the necessary support instructors that are in place. So both perspectives are still crucial to successful telelearning implementations. So in summary, our key observation with Bates and Westergaard highlighted different but interconnected aspects of telelearning. So Bates provides a roadmap of optimizing students' outcomes, while Westergaard focuses on the institutional shift requires to on telelearning effective. So together, they offers a comprehensive view of how to successfully implement telelearning. In conclusion, the third generation telelearning model represents a significant advancement in distance education, driven by real-time interaction. Okay, and however, for telelearning to be successful, both technological and pedagogical challenges must be addressed. As Bates and Westergaard suggest, a combination of student-centric design and institutional readiness is essential for improving access of outcome in distance education. So as institutions increasingly adopt to this model and the potential to engage remote learners grows, particularly in unserved areas. So to achieve the success, the telelearning, both pedagogical design and institutional readiness must be considered. Now we have the discussion questions that you might participate in our discussion forum. So our first question is, how can institutions effectively assess the readiness for blended or fully online learning models? How can educators and administrators collaborate to ensure that digital teaching methods meet diverse pedagogical goals? So I look forward to hear your thoughts. And here are my references. And thank you for your time and for listening.